Hey, what's up, y'all? On this episode of WabWorks, I'm gonna take my top off. We're getting ready to head back to the track after a hiatus, I guess. Needmore Speedway is going to be having a Halloween race this coming up weekend, which is just a few short days away. They're going to be handing out candy to kids on the track during intermission. Should be a fun time. But as promised, I will be taking my top off. We're going to get this thing ready for the 602 Sportsman class, and like I said earlier, we are going to be taking the top off of this thing. We got a little bit of maintenance work to get done from the last race. Let's walk around and I'll show you guys what all we got to do. So on the last race, we missed the big wreck. There was carnage in the last race, which was thankfully we missed that, but we did get into a little rubbing and banging a little bit on this right side here, and we got a little crinkle here. I think I'm not even gonna take it off or anything. I'm just gonna get me a hammer, knock this out. And down here, this got crinkled up. What happened, me and a guy banged tires, and it bent this out, so it crinkled this up, and I don't have another one of these angle pieces to fix this, so I'm gonna chop this thing off about right there and then flatten this piece back out, rivet this back together. I think we can get some rivets in what's left of the angle back there and kind of stiffen this up a little bit. So we're just going to be flopping in the wind right there a little bit. This right here got bent out, but it kind of keeps it off the tire, so I'm going to try to straighten it out a little bit, but I'm probably going to just kind of leave that alone. When we're chasing down the fueling issues, we changed the battery because we thought that it might be some electrical issues that was causing the engine to run bad, but I come to the conclusion I don't think that's the problem, so I'm probably going to put a 16-volt battery back in. And of course, the big thing, we're going to have to take this roof off, which is a couple rivets, couple bolts. We have this brace here. Take this bolt out. Take this bolt out, and then we have 4 bolts on top, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the back, and we got one more brace over there that I'm gonna have to take out, and then we'll get this roof off. And so one more thing that I was had on my mind to do is well, I have a carburetor spacer that's angled, and I think I'm gonna put that one back on there, and I think it's gonna help my carburetor out when the car's at attitude. I guess we got a lot to do now, so let's get after it. The first thing that we're gonna need to do is get all these tires off so we can actually get to work on this thing and have a little bit of room. So let's get these tires off. And I've had some comments on some previous videos saying, hey man, your lug nuts are on backwards. Well, I just want to show you guys that these lug nuts can go on either way. They got a conical shape on both sides. That way, if you're in a hurry, like at a racetrack with a flat tire, you can just grab a lug nut and throw it on there. You don't have to worry about getting it in a certain orientation because they'll go either way. So if you're worried if I'm putting them on backwards, don't worry, I'm not. We're good to go. I'm going to get the rest of these tires off. Then we'll probably get to work on getting that battery changed out and putting the 16-volt back in there. But like I say, thanks for the comments, and thanks for the likes and everything. And if you want to go ahead and do it now, leave us a little comment and show us a like. Hit the bell. That does something. I appreciate it. But I'm going to finish this up here, and then we'll get to changing that battery. Our next project here is going to be replacing this battery. And I got it in such a easy to get place that it's going to be nothing. No, it's not in an easy place. It's like in the worst place possible, but it works. Okay, so here, you see that hole right here? Not so much over here or there, but right here, there's a hole. I don't know if you can see it or not. Anywho, so if you look down in this hole, there's my battery. And I'm gonna have to get up under there and try to remove this battery and put the new battery in. When we put it in here at the track, we went through the top and had a guy down there at the bottom kind of helping guide it. I don't have that. It's just me. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this. I'm probably gonna have to climb under there to do it. So hopefully I don't hit no bars and arc out any battery and have it blow up in my face. Fingers crossed. All right. Oh, all right. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. Okay. So the way this is done has these little wing nuts on here. I'm not going to need these battery end terminals for the other battery. I just need the cable here. So I'm going to take these wing nuts off, remove the cables, and then this battery is about to fall out. Like it has shifted over. I'm glad I looked at this. Jeez Louise. So loosen these up, take this off, and then we should be able to get this battery out. So let's start on these wing nuts here. And we got them fairly tight. So I got to get this tool here. I can't just do it with my thumb like it's designed to, or maybe I can. So that's going to be easy. Well, let's say easy. Take this off. So get this wing nut off, get this ground out of the way. So now hopefully I shouldn't arc off on anything. Let's see if I can do this one with my finger. Yeah, look at there. Easy day. You know, we tighten those with pliers, and now I can just take them off with my fingers. So that tells you how these things get loosened up and vibrate. The vibration of the race car causes the nut to back off. And when the nut backs off, it gets loose, and that creates all kind of issues as well. Let me get me a 9/16. See if I can get that thing off. Because it's so easy to get in and out of here. Really, it is. I'm back. All right. Easy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, it's a 1/2 inch. Like I said, let me go get a 1/2 inch and then we'll get that off. This is not on here correctly. The last race, I was in the car trying to get strapped in, and my pit crew was putting in the battery, and it was dark, and very understandable why it's like this. They were thrashing. It was dark, they couldn't see, blah, blah, blah. However, this piece of angle should be on the corner here, and that holds it up against the back and pushes down as well at the same time. And that's not mounted correctly, and if it would have, it could have caused some issues if this battery would have slid over and out. That wouldn't have been good. But no worries. That's why we go over here and start doing maintenance, so we can fix little issues like this. And when I put the other battery in, we'll know it's correct. This might take a minute. You know what would be great right here? A ratchet wrench. I wonder if I can get a deep well socket now, since I got it high enough. Let's try it. Got to be better than that wrench. Ooh. Oh. Well, that's much better. Okay, so what I was saying earlier, this should go like this and you tighten it up. It shouldn't be on top right here. Tighten it up on the corner right there, and that holds it backwards and down. Keeps it from sliding around in there. Okay. I love rolling around on the ground. Don't bother me none. Oh, yeah. Oof. That's not gonna. That's gonna. Yep. Well, now that I'm up here, I'm just gonna grab it, huh? Perfect. July 24. That's pretty good. So this is the battery we got and put in at the track, and it's a new battery. It's only a few months old. It's a good battery, ain't nothing wrong with it, but this is only a 12-volt battery, and it's just your standard red top Optima. So we're removing this one, and I want to put in this excess power battery, and this is a 16-volt battery. Gives you a few more volts. This one, red top's going to be 13 max. Like that's probably all it's going to be putting out. This one is a 16-volt battery, so you got a few more volts to work with here, and it helps spin the motor over a little bit quicker and get it crunk up a little bit better. So we're going to be installing that one now. So this battery has a grab handle on it already, and that's going to make it a little bit easier to get down in there. Y'all tell me when I'm lined up, because I can't see nothing. Maybe? Okay. So I had to grab a 9/16 because the nuts on here are 3/8 nuts, so had to get that. Oh, you, why sometimes? Okay. This one definitely fits into the box a little bit better, and like I said before, you just put that angle iron right there on that. It just fits better because it's actually square. That gel cell red top battery Optima, it's kind of rounded up here, so but it still holds on if you do it right. And then we can get our ratchet here and snug her down. It ain't got to be super tight because you will crack the casing on these batteries. Oh, just a little bit. And you actually warp. You can warp this angle iron in it. That's going to make it even worse. So you just kind of want to snug it up. Be mindful of that. Yep, it's starting to tighten up. Get this one a little bit, alternate back and forth. And see, that battery ain't gonna go nowhere. Is that the negative? Yeah, okay, positive, negative. Always make sure you know which ones you're hooking up. Because I'm not gonna lie, I've made the mistake before. I was upside down and lost track of which post was which and hooked them up. And when I hooked it up, there was a pretty massive spark happening. So I unhooked it right quick, but before I could do it, messed up a bunch of stuff, burned up a bunch of electronic stuff on the race car and everything. So that was a mistake that shouldn't have been made if you just pay attention a little bit. But I made it, I ain't gonna lie. Wouldn't lie to you guys. You know what? I want to go over the top of that, keep this from flopping around like that. It went to sleep on me. My camera battery ain't have no gas in it. Anywho, got y'all back going. Let's finish up this installing the battery in this race car. Ow. Oh, hey, E. Uh-oh. You sometimes wow. All right, so we got everything installed. We just got to tighten up the cables, and of course the cables have a 3/8 nut that hold them on, so we're gonna have to change sockets here real quick. It shouldn't. Oh no, I'm gonna have to get a wrench. Maybe I can get this one. Yeah, let's just get a wrench. I'll be right back. I love walking around on dirty concrete. Don't bother me none. Oh! All right, got a wrench here, which is probably better anyway. I can kind of feel how tight I'm getting it without over torquing it. Ugh. These probably, oh! I just shocked myself because, you know why? Because I hooked up both cables at the same time and I'm a dummy. So, it's got juice. How about that? All right, that cable's tight, that cable's tight. So the proper way, hook up your positive, get her snugged down and tightened up, then hook up your ground cable. That's the way you do it, not the way I just did. Because everything is metal on these cars, so everything's a ground, right? My arm was laying up on this as I was trying to tighten that positive cable down, and this ground cable was hooked up as well. So the juice was running through me instead of not running through me like it's supposed to. Well, I look terrible. Which is not normal. Normal then, yeah. Okay, so test to make sure this thing works. We're gonna flip it on over here on the on switch. Got my lucky 4-leaf clover right there. I don't know, maybe it brings me luck. And the lights come on the gauges, so that's good. Flip it over here, see if it'll turn the engine over. Ooh, it's turning it over. So I guess we're okay. You know what? I know why it sounded funny, probably because it's got that cap on it. Yeah, that sounds better. Look at me. Look at that. Sweating. It is literally gonna be November in about 7 days. It's October, end of late October. Hot and humid out here. I think it was almost 90 degrees today down here. But hot, sweating. It shouldn't be like this in October. All right, so we got the battery changed. Now it's time for me to pull my top off for you guys. We're gonna get this roof off. You want me to jerk it off? I think I'll jerk it off real quick. Shouldn't take long. I'm a pro. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna drill these rivets out. And pop that loose. We're gonna do that on all 4 corners. And it's gonna be a little bit more excessive down here. We've got quite a few more rivets along this. But yeah, get all these rivets off. We're gonna do the same on the other side. Get these bolts off and on the roof, and we'll pop this thing off. So you can just kind of stand over there and watch if you want, or not. It's up to you. Ready to take our top off. You gotta just be slow with it, like brown chicken, brown cow, or whatever that music is. Oh yeah, look at there. That's what I'm talking about. So much room for activities. That's going to work out great, I think. Get some airflow through there. Get it back on that spoiler, give her a little bit more bite. Yeah, and it's gonna work out nicely. All right, what was we doing? I got a little carried away there. Oh yeah, carburetor. We're gonna change that carburetor spacer. Alright, now the only thing to do is crank it up and make sure everything's good to go. Alright, good to go. Let's get started on that body issue, see if we can knock that out real quick. So the plan is, I'm just gonna slice it off right there. So this right there, guy. So I'm gonna slice it off right here, and so this won't get into the tire or anything like that. And then I'm just gonna flatten this back out, rivet all this back together, and call it a day on that one. Easy, right? All right, here we go. Make sure that I can do it where I get it in my eyes. That'd be perfect. There we go. Easy. Like I said. All right. Let's see if we can straighten this out a little bit. What I'm going to start with is try to massage it a little bit with some pliers or some channel locks, and try to straighten this out as best I can. I'm going to have to get rid of some of these rivets and redo those. But first, let's try to get it flat at least. Let's see. Just kind of start with the edge and roll it over, and then flatten it out the best we can with these. Yeah, that's working-ish. And a running theme on this channel, it ain't got to be perfect. Just got to look good from the stands, you know. I think that'll do. And then we're going to rivet this plastic back to the door, and then try to get this off. And there's still some bracing right behind here. That's where the bracing stops on the door. Try to get this riveted on back onto the bracing right through here, and that hopefully will keep this stiff enough where it don't flop around. What I want to know, why does every stinking air hose that I own in this world leak? Jeez Louise. All right, so what I'm gonna do right now is drill these rivets out, or try to. Oof. I might have to go just to the side of this, because that's not quite gonna reach, or not gonna, that's exactly where I cut it off basically. So let's try to get a rivet here first. All right. Oh yeah. And we just work our way down here. Ooh. was a tough one. All right, so this is the end. What we're gonna have to do is cheat over about 1.5 inches and try to get one right there. That's about as far as we can go without missing anything. Uh-oh. Ah, I see, said the blind man. We might have to, did I forget let's see what I can do right here. Oh. Let's see if I can bend it a little bit and then hold it closer. She working against me because she didn't let me taking her top off? It was consensual. Oh, I'm in the wrong hole. Come on. Ah. Now. So I don't have any backup washers, but you know what makes a good backup washer? Rivet heads that you have drilled out. So I'm going to use this rivet head as a backup washer. All right, we got that one. And then right on the end here, I'm going to drill one more. Now the wiggle test. Wiggle, wiggle. That's not bad. It's getting held on to the brace by these 3 rivets. And then these 3 rivets are just holding the plastic. So it don't really flop around. So that's good. I can live with that. Yeah, that's looking good. Maybe get a hammer to that corner down there. And our body work will be complete. So when you're working with this sheet metal, it's real thin. You have a lot of issues with it splitting or tearing or getting holes punched in it. So when you're trying to straighten this stuff out, you really need to be kind of gentle and just give it just a little bit of a massage. And you don't really want to be real rough with it because it will split and it'll, like I say, it'll split, get holes in it and tear and all this stuff, and you don't want that. So you just want to be real gentle with it and just kind of massage it to get it straightened out. Perfect. Well, we about got this thing ready to race. So we got the top off of it. We got the carburetor spacer changed. We got the body straightened up ish. So we got the battery changed. All we got to do now is wipe her down, get the hood put back on it, and get some tires on it and head to the track. But it's going to wrap it up for this video. But I appreciate you guys watching, and we're going to see you. Our next video is going to be at the track at Needmore this weekend for the Halloween bash, and I hope to see you there. And appreciate you watching the video. And yeah, so like, subscribe, hit that bell, comment, do all the things, and I appreciate it. And thanks for watching.